Suddenly, a ghost appeared. "It's a ghost!" cried Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas was pulling Annie and Clarabelle. He had to use the spooky tunnel. But then...
Thomas.
"What? Is that a ghost? And how did it know my name?" he cried. So he ran away. Oh no, not more ghosts, he thought. He soon ran into Percy. "Are you alright, Thomas?" he asked. "You look like you've just seen a ghost." "I think I have," said Thomas. "Oh, it's probably just Diesel pulling a prank on you again." But then Diesel arrived. "Are you behind the ghost in the tunnel?" asked Thomas. "Ghost? Oh no, nobody falls for a ghost prank anymore," said Diesel, and off he went. "Come on, let's go and see this ghost," said Percy. Thomas reluctantly agreed, and they headed for the tunnel. "Was it in here?" asked Percy.
Thomas.
"See?" cried Thomas.
Percy.
"What? How does the ghost know my name?" cried Percy. McQueen and Mater then arrived. "Did you say ghost?" asked McQueen. "Yes. Do you know anything about it?" asked Thomas. Maybe," replied Mater. So they explained their story. Earlier that day, they were tractor tipping. But Frank caught them. Uh-oh. They even left Radiator Springs to get away from him. They had escaped. "Phew, that was close," said McQueen. "But where are we?" I don't know," said Mater. "Ooh, what's that?" asked McQueen. It was a haunted house. So they investigated. Mater got closer, but spooky things happened. A ghost flew around outside. "It's a ghost!" cried McQueen. It flew away and into the cave. "But how does it know our names?" asked Percy. "I don't know," said McQueen. So Thomas called for help, and soon Ghosty arrived. "I'll go in there," said Ghosty. "Thanks, Ghosty," said Thomas, but before he could enter the tunnel, the ghost emerged. Ah!
Thomas? Percy? Ghosty?
"Mr. Phantom?" cried Ghosty. "Wait, do you two know each other?" asked Thomas. "Yes, we go way back," said Ghosty.
Yes, and he told me all about you two, Thomas and Percy.
"But why are you in the tunnel?" asked Percy.
Well, I was in my house when those two scared me away,
explained Mr. Phantom.
and I prefer the dark, so I hid in the tunnel.
"Oh, We're sorry, apologised McQueen and Mater,
Oh, don't worry. But I'm very lost now, though.
said Mr. Phantom. Don't worry, I can take you home, said Ghosty.
Oh, thanks, Ghosty. And I'm sorry if I scared you too earlier.
No problem, replied Thomas and Percy. So the ghosts disappeared, and Thomas could use the tunnel. And Ghosty took Mr. Phantom home. Thomas was hard at work, pulling trucks full of coal. He soon came across a tunnel, which he needed to pass through. So his driver got out to change the points. When... What was that? Asked his driver. I don't know, replied the scared Thomas. Suddenly, a ghost appeared. It's a ghost, cried Thomas. His driver jumped back in and they hurried off, without the coal trucks. Later that day, Gordon was pulling the express. He stopped.
Ugh, who has left trucks full of coal in my way?
He grumbled.
What was that? A ghost!
He ran away, leaving his express behind. James was busy working too.
Huh, that's strange. There's Gordon's express and Thomas's trucks. But where's Gordon and Thomas? A ghost!
And he ran away too, leaving his fuel trucks behind. He ran into the other two. Did you see the ghost too? Asked Thomas.
Yes, and I was so scared, I left my fuel trucks behind. I left my express behind.
And I left my coal trucks behind.
We need to get them back. Can we scare the ghost away?
Thomas had an idea. Back at the tunnel, Thomas came charging in with a dragon. But the ghost wasn't scared at all. In fact, it even giggled. The plan hadn't worked, so Thomas reversed off back to the others.
Did it work?
No, but I don't think it's a real ghost, said Thomas. It giggled.
Did you recognize the giggle?
I did, but I can't quite remember where from. Percy then passed over with some trucks. That's it! It was a troublesome truck, cried Thomas.
But Thomas, it moved by itself. Trucks can't do that.
There must be an engine behind this. And there was. Diesel 10. Haha, foolish steamies. They're frightened of a truck. It can't be a real ghost. Ghosts don't exist. And they tried to scare me with a dragon. Ha! Nothing scares me. Suddenly, what was that? Boom! Ghosty scared Diesel 10 away. Ah! There's a ghost! A real ghost! Ah!
Haha, looks like Ghosty taught Diesel 10 a lesson.
Ghosty appeared. Thank you, Ghosty, said Thomas. Oh, no problem, he replied, and he disappeared. So the others could collect their coaches and trucks and continue with their journeys. Uh-oh, it's Dr. Freeze. And he's broken out of his jail. Later that day, Diesel 10 was actually working for once. He needed to go through a tunnel, but what was that? He wondered. He then remembered when he pulled a prank on Thomas in that very same cave. Oh, it's probably Thomas trying to prank me, he thought. But then Thomas passed by. What? He cried, so he ran away scared. I wonder what scared Diesel 10, Thomas thought. He headed over to the cargo yard to pick up some coal. Superman was there. Hi Superman, what are you doing here? Thomas asked. Well, all of the bad guys are in jail and I was getting a bit bored, so I thought I'd give you some help, said Superman. Oh, thank you Superman, said Thomas. So he loaded Thomas's trucks with coal. There you go, he said. Now if you need any more help, just let me know. Thanks Superman, said Thomas, and he left. Now he needed to use that tunnel. What was that? Thomas wondered. Maybe it's Diesel 10 again, he thought. So he stormed in. But it wasn't Diesel 10. It was Dr. Freeze and his pet dinosaur. Thomas ran away as quickly as he could. The dinosaur started destroying things. Oh dear. Thomas ran back to Superman. Superman! Dr. Freeze is loose on Sodor with a huge dinosaur, cried Thomas. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll need some help, Superman thought. So he flew off to get reinforcements. He ran into Iron Man and Spider-Man. Guys, I need your help. Dr. Freeze is loose on Sodor with a dinosaur, explained Superman. Yeah, we can help, cried Spider-Man. We'll need a plan though, said Iron Man. We'd like to help too, said Thomas. Fantastic, said Superman. So they came up with a plan. Nearby, Come and get me! They chased Iron Man. Now! Thomas arrived, pulling a long line of trucks. Then Percy pushed some more trucks into place and ran away. Huh? Superman then closed them in. Got him! Dr. Freeze tried to freeze Iron Man, but he accidentally froze his dinosaur instead. Oh no! Spider-Man crept in behind him and tied him up with web. They got him. Well done everyone, said Superman. So they locked Dr. Freeze up and made sure he couldn't escape this time.
was raining on the island of Sodor, but luckily all of the engines were nice and warm in Tidmouth's sheds. All except one, Tom Moss. Henry, remember when you got so scared of the rain you wouldn't come out of the tunnel? Yes, Thomas, I do. And Sir Topham Hatt built a brick wall so you couldn't get out. Yes, Thomas, I do. Please don't remind me. Tom Moss had heard this and suddenly had a very naughty idea. The next morning, Tom Moss had trapped an engine in the tunnel and built a brick wall so they couldn't get out. Which engine have you trapped, Tom Moss? At Tidmouth Sheds, most of the engines had already left. Percy and Thomas wanted to leave together. They soon arrived at the tunnel and noticed it had been bricked up. What's happened here? Thomas asked Percy, but Percy didn't know. Then, both engines noticed something which made their boilers shudder. Look up there, cried Percy. There's steam coming out of the tunnel. That means there's an engine trapped inside. Oh no, I wonder who it is. We can try and work it out. Yes, Thomas, we can look for clues. Well, our first clue is that it must be a steam engine because of the steam coming out, so it can't be a diesel engine. I haven't seen Porter in a while, Thomas. Do you think it could be him? I don't know, Percy. I'll go to the docks to check. And Thomas steamed away. He soon arrived at the docks, but Porter was there. Hello, Porter and Salty. It's good to see you here, Porter. I thought you were trapped in a tunnel, but now I have no idea who it is. There's an engine trapped in the tunnel? That's not good. I do have another clue for you though, Thomas. On my way to the docks this morning, I saw a blue engine go into the tunnel. Thanks, Porter. So it's a blue steam engine. Then Salty had an idea. Oh, I think I've got it, Thomas. It's Belle. She's a blue steam engine. That's right, Salty. Thanks. I'll go to the search and rescue centre straight away. And Thomas left the docks. Meanwhile, Percy was still at the tunnel. Who is on the other side of that wall? He thought to himself. Soon, Thomas arrived at the search and rescue centre. Hello, everyone. Oh, Belle, you're here. I thought you might be stuck in a tunnel.
There's an engine stuck in the tunnel?
Yes, but all I know is it's a blue steam engine.
Well, actually, Thomas, now that you mention it, I saw a blue engine with a tender go into the tunnel this morning.
Thanks, Belle. That's our third clue. So it's a blue steam engine with a tender. I know who it is. It's Gordon. Meanwhile, Percy pulled into Knapford Station, still wondering who the trapped engine is.
Hi, Percy.
Greeted Emily.
Have you seen Gordon anywhere? He's late to pull his express.
Oh no, gasped Percy. I know where he is. He's stuck in a tunnel. But then, just outside Knapford, Thomas appeared with Gordon. Gordon, said a confused Percy. I thought you were trapped in the tunnel. So did I, replied Thomas. But Gordon had just broken down. I rescued him. That's why he's late. So if it's not Gordon in the tunnel, who is it? But just then, an angry Sir Topham Hatt appeared next to Percy. Engines. I've received lots of complaints from passengers. Edward never showed up on his branch line this morning. A blue steam engine with a tender. It's Edward! Sir, I think he's trapped in a tunnel. Oh no, let's go and rescue him, Thomas. Thomas! Boom said Topham Hatt. I thought it might be you behind this. Release Edward at once. Ah, Edward, nice to have you back. As for you, Thomas, as punishment for your trick, you are to work on Edward's branch line today. And Edward, you can have the rest of the day off. Oh, thank you, sir. And for the rest of the day, Tom Moss worked up and down Edward's branch line. Hey guys, Chris here. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it and subscribe to Toy Trains View if you haven't already. Hope to see you soon. Bye!